What's up, team? We are going to review the skater squat and how to build it up from scratch from point A to point B. Now, a simple way to understand how to make an exercise easier or regress it, or make an exercise harder or progress it, is just using positions and having your athletes own positions. So what I mean by that is, I like starting out with having my athletes own positions or gain positional capacity or capacity in positions with the use of isometrics. Because what that does, there's no motion, but it forces them to feel their body, feel their muscles, feel the structures of their body in the challenging positions with some level of support you can use at times. So for example, if the end goal is a skater squat where I'm essentially going to go here as low as I can and then come back up, right? Maybe I get into that bottom depth position with some support in my hands. You could use a TRX if you wanted to. You could use any sort of handheld modality. Could be a barbell on the rack, could be a pole, whatever you have access to. Hand support, get into that bottom position, right? So find that foot flat position. I'm gonna bring this heel to that butt cheek. Knee goes over and past the mid toe or middle toe in the foot. From here, I wanna get in that bottom position. Maybe we'll take this off because it gets in the way, but essentially I'm gonna be here. So we're here, and that should be about my bottom position. I should feel glute, I should feel a little bit ham, I should feel quad, I should feel knee joint and some of the tendons working, right? Maybe I hold that for time. Again, time could be 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, something to gain an appreciation and tolerance in that position. Okay, maybe you start there. Again, you could use a squat rack, a barbell set here, TRX suspension straps, whatever's gonna give that athlete a hand supported position. From there, maybe we go to an eccentric only or lowering only variation of that. And you can or cannot, up to you, still use the hand support. So I would go, the next level would be hand support with an eccentric lower. If that's still easy, remove hand support, get a counterweight with the hands. Could be light dumbbells, could be a bumper plate, 10-pound plate, 5-pound plate, or just body weight, and then add load as necessary. So I'm gonna focus on a 3 to 5 second eccentric only on one leg, then up with two legs. So I'm here. Again, I'm trying to bring this heel, right, to the butt. So we're here, I'm trying to the whole time. I'm gonna aim my hips back, chest and hands go forward. The working leg knee, that's gonna go in a position where it's over the mid toe, the mid foot, okay? So we're here, we're lowering down for 3 to 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm right about there. From here, come back up, okay? So I'm only working on the way down, okay? Still too easy with body weight only. Maybe you add a plate, maybe you add light dumbbells to act as a counterweight, which will help me into the position. So now I'm gonna go here, counterweight with the weights out in front of me, chest is aiming forward, rest when I come down, then I pop back up, okay? I would work on some of those variations first. Isometric position, eccentric only or lowering only. When that becomes easy, that's when it's time to really up the ante and make it more challenging by going full range of motion all the way down and full range of motion all the way back up. If that ever poses a challenge or it's too difficult, simply back up to eccentric only or isometrics. If it's a little too challenging, but the athlete has good body control, that's when you play with heights of the bottom pad. So maybe one pad isn't enough. Maybe you want to go 2 pads or 3 pads. That's about as far as I would go. Each pad is about maybe about 2 inches. So you're talking about 6 inches of support to 2 inches of support. Or if they can go to the ground and control it, that's awesome, okay? So now this would be the final stage. So we're here, and all we're doing now is going all the way down and coming all the way back up. And I'll show you both angles. And then coming back up at that same pace. And then from the front, same idea, slow and controlled, nice and easy. Big key here is let that knee go forward and past the toe. We want to expose that knee to some loading for the quad muscle, the tendons, and the knee joint structures. That's a very simple way to build up a skater squat from start to finish. Isometrics with hand support, advance to isometrics with no support, Then you advance to eccentric or lowering only, maybe with hand support, then body weight, then with some load for a counterweight with a plate, a small plate, a bumper plate, a medicine ball, 2 light dumbbells or what have you. Then go to the full range of motion, okay? Start out body weight with maybe 1, 2, or 3 pads. Then when that becomes easy, get to the point where you have maybe 1 pad, 2 pads, or maybe the floor, and then you add external load or weight with something a little bit heavier. Maybe you have a dumbbell in a position where it's in a goblet hold. So maybe you're going right here in this goblet hold position while you're going down. So it's a little bit heavier and going the full range of motion. That's a very simple way to build up your skater squat from start to finish.